Hi, I'm Christy Nelson here with your connection and a look at what's happening in North Texas. Children's Health says flu cases are rising, what you should do to prevent your little one from being sick. And the Dallas Zoo has a $100 million proposed plan for some major improvements. But first, there are a lot of flu cases right now, and doctors are telling us that North Texas is seeing its busiest flu season in years. Keenan Willard has more on what doctors believe is driving the wave of infections.
A primary care doctor in Frisco, Dr. Brian Lowry says he's seeing more and more flu patients come through his doors. A resurgent flu season now hitting close to home.
We had one of our sons test positive for flu B last week because he was around a lot of his high school basketball players, and I think it spread around the whole team.
New numbers from Children's Medical Center Dallas show last week the hospital treated 720 flu cases system-wide. A 20% jump over the week before, and the most patients in a week since 2022.
There's definitely a lot more flu this year than we have seen in the past few years.
NBC5 asked an expert what's driving this increase in flu cases. Dr. Lowry says this winter has seen case numbers rebound to a more normal rate after several years of COVID-19 being the dominant respiratory virus spreading in communities.
We've also had a cold snap here the last few weeks. It was more cold and rainy in January, so people were indoors more, and I think that also has probably propagated this increase in flu cases.
Doctors say if your child tests positive, try to get treatment within the first 48 hours.
But really, it doesn't last too long for most kids. They usually get over it, but it can be severe. If they have high fever or shortness of breath, you want to make sure they don't get pneumonia.
And to try to cut down the spread, familiar advice: wash your hands. Don't cough in the air, and stay home if you're not feeling well.
It's still not too late to get your flu shot if you have not, because February and March seems like this is going to be a big flu season.
Keenan Willard, NBC5.
And we've got more information today about the death of an 18-year-old man in Graham and the police officer who was injured. The city of Graham is about an hour and a half northwest of Fort Worth, and police there say officers were called out yesterday to a disturbance with a man holding a knife. They attempted to make contact with the man, and they say he attacked and stabbed one of the officers. Another officer fired at that suspect and killed him. The injured officer was sent to the hospital for the injuries, and the Texas Rangers are investigating. The president of the University of North Texas says that he intends to resign in August to focus on teaching and mentoring students. Neil Smatresk joined the university in February 2014 after serving as president at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Let's check in with Kevin Smith on the weather now.
Yes.
And Kevin, this cam of the airport is really looks a little windy. It looks hazy. What's going on out here?
Well, nothing but a hazy sunshine. We have high pressure that's in control. Maybe some of those folks are flying to Nevada for the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, our Cowboys not in it. Okay, here we go. Once again, at Tower Cam DFW showing the hazy sunshine. Let's get a look at those high temperatures for today. Above normal, the normal high is at 59 degrees. We're going to see those highs right around 65 to around 67 degrees. Wednesday morning, we're back into the mid-40s, but we'll see those high temperatures once again above normal into the mid-60s. And then on Thursday, how about the lower 70s with increasing cloud cover? Speaking of rain chances, Friday at 20%, taking up to around 30% for Saturday and Sunday. When it's all said and done, rainfall totals through about Sunday, maybe a half an inch of rainfall possible. But get ready for some rain chances this weekend. But before we get there, high temperatures into the lower 70s. Enjoy.
Nice. The livestock from the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo have moved out of the Will Rogers Memorial Center, but there is something else moving in. According to our partners at KRLD, construction crews are making themselves at home as they begin a multi-million-dollar facelift to that facility. Some of the renovations include the sheep and swine barns, as well as the concourse and restrooms in the Coliseum. The renovations should be completed by the end of this year. The Dallas Zoo has a $100 million proposed plan to make major improvements and is getting some strong support from city leaders.
And I remember my mom saying the Fort Worth Zoo is so much better. Now, my mom is calling me trying to take the grandkids to the Dallas Zoo any chance that she can possibly get.
The zoo wants $30 million in the May bond referendum, and they're hoping to raise the rest of that money from other resources. And part of the plan includes removing the old monorail to make room for a safari exhibit with rhinos and cheetahs. A new parking garage is also in the works. And thanks so much for catching up with The Connection.